Hey, welcome back to another episode of the Film Room. Today we are looking at rip-throughs and jabs, basic triple threat footwork. We're going to look at some of the best to do it. Definitely some good teaching points here. Some of the stuff that I always start off with teaching about, and we're going to look at some of the best again, is we want a good wide base and we want that ball protected on our hip. Now, I'm a really big fan of the low sweep, but obviously we want to work on the high sweep and mid sweep as well. Here we're going to be looking at a lot of low sweeps. So we can see first thing, we start with a wide base and we take a big step outside the defender's foot. When we go to our low sweep, we want to work on getting that ball down below the knees. But notice we still have our elbows bent so the ball is tight to our body. We use our shoulders to help get that ball low, as we can see there. And we really talk about hip to knee when we rip or we jab. And we'll get to jabs later on in this clip. Obviously a great video there, one of the best triple threat players in the game. We can see an even better angle of it there. Ball starts at the hip, and we're getting it low below the knees as we go to sweep. Again, another one here. Ball starts at the hip. We can go back, look at the details. Big wide step outside the frame. Ball's getting down below the knees, and we're going to attack. Another one here, low sweep. We get to our spot, and we knock it down. Another one, just again, I love to emphasize how low we're focusing on getting the ball and how we're focusing on our feet. Kevin Durant's already pretty wide because he's pretty wide. He's attacking that foot outside. We talk about how we want to step at a 45-degree angle. We can kind of see, I'm sure, obviously video, but I'm sure if we were in person, we could see this heel-toe connection, which is a stance that we talk about a lot when we're working on a ton of different footwork. Again, another one there. We go back a little bit, step with the left foot here, and we can see that ball getting really low. Obviously, Kobe steps with the inside foot here. So a little bit different, but again, we're really focused on getting that ball low, and that step is outside the defender's foot. Here we can see a high sweep. Again, same start. We want that big sweep. Ball's going to go from hip to shoulder to hip before we put it down. So as we can see here, I'll try to slow it down just a little bit. Hip, shoulder, shoulder, and we're stepping past and putting that ball down with our step. Again, back to the low sweep. Again, really emphasizing just getting low. There's another high sweep. Again, we can slow this one down again. We'll watch it full speed. Hip, shoulder, to back down to the hip, which is where we're going to put that ball down. And again, the feet are relatively the same on a lot of these. Now we'll take a look at the jab step, which is our fake rip through. So a great jab step should look exactly the same. We can see a great start here. Ball's on the hip, big wide step at an angle to fake, and then that ball's getting nice and low. Again, we want to talk about hip to knee, and we really want to talk about sinking and selling. This is a great teaching clip here for how much he really uses his shoulders and his hips to sell that drive. See that knee bend, hip bend there. He's playing with his shins in to really get that defender to jump as he jumps back. And you see how far he was able to shift, and we can watch that one full speed again. Again, a lot of this is going to be hip to shin, hip to knee, really focusing on boom, see where the ball is, see how his foot's at an angle. Okay, stepping over the line. We start behind the line, we go over the line at that angle to attack downhill. Another one here, Carmelo Anthony. Again, we can see that ball go from hip to knee to sell that good fake. Another one, hip to knee. If we kind of go back here, hip to knee. He's able to knock down the shot and create space. Last one here, we can see Kevin Durant, obviously one of the best in today's game. Hip, the ball's getting to his knee. Notice he's getting into that hip. He's pushing his weight so that way he can sell and get to his spot and knock it down. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode of the Film Room, focused on rip-throughs and jabs. Definitely a great teaching point for players of all levels. Basics of basketball, we must be able to excel at these things. Please make sure to like and subscribe if you guys are enjoying these, and I hope to catch you in the gym soon.